So, as mentioned at the top of the show, we are doing a tier list with WWE 2K22 coming out next Tuesday. Very interested to see how that game's going to turn out. Not excited exactly on what's going on leading up to it, but you know what? Hopefully they figure it out. So, we are going to rank all the WWE games that have ever come out in however long it's been. Um, I'm really running low on my C storage. I gotta fix that. So we are going to be ranking all the WWE games from S to A to B to C to D to F and never played, because there is a bunch on here that I've never played before and have no opinions on. And on top of that, this is only WWE/WWF. There is no WCW from this list. This is on tiermaker.com. I'll put it in the description of the podcast and on the YouTube video so you guys can check it out and do it yourself. But we're going to see how this goes and work from there. Do you have anything to say, Kwada, before we start?
I'm just trying to remember some of these games. Like some of these games on here, I'm just like, I haven't had them played them so long, and just like I don't know what they are.
It's very interesting because not only did they put like console games, they put mobile games in here too. They got like arcade games in here and shit like that. They got a fucking variety. So we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna start with Day of Reckoning 2. I have never played Day of Reckoning 2, so I never owned a GameCube, so I never got to play it. But I have played Day of Reckoning 1, so I am gonna put that. I'm gonna put that. I have played it for a little bit. I'm gonna put that in the B category because I didn't hate it. I thought it was really fun. And if you emulate it right now, it looks really fucking clean. So I put never played Day of Reckoning 2, but I imagine it got to be a little bit better than Day of Reckoning 1. I'm going to put it as a solid B because I did enjoy it.
Okay. So Day of Reckoning 2. I played this game a lot. I'm trying to remember. Like when I was a kid though, so I'm like, how much did I really enjoy it? But I'm gonna put it at a I put it at B too because I feel like it was good, but I think there's better games in it. It was definitely like a great game at the time.
Yeah. So what do you put for Day of Reckoning 1? Because yeah, I did both of them at the same time since I've never played Day of Reckoning 2.
I put the same. I said the same category. I feel they're both just two peas in a pod.
Okay, there you go. Now here's a game I have played. I played for a couple hours back in the day as a child. Legends of WrestleMania. So this was, I don't even know what they were trying to go for this one, to be honest. I think the best thing about this game was you could import your SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 roster into this game. But besides that, this game also did look really good, but it played horribly. It was bad. It did not play well. So I'm going to give this a respectable D because you had the redeeming quality of being able to import your current roster in there. Just kind of nice. This was like DLC in a way for SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. Like they dropped this game not too long after dropping 2009, which was very interesting because at least at that time as a child playing video games, I had never seen WWE do something like this. So I'm like, this is cool. And then my uncle had a copy. I started playing and he let me borrow it. I'm like, wow, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, this game, I hate this game so much. I remember playing it. I played for like a week and I was like, maybe a day. I was like, this is not fun. This game is not cool. I honestly ranking it F. Like I don't like this game at all. I really don't.
You know, that's fair. No redeeming qualities at all. That's why I gave mine a D. I gave it a redeeming quality. That's fair. Micro League Wrestling. I don't even know how that's considered a WWE title because I've never fucking heard of it. But yeah, that's gonna be a never played because I don't know what the fuck that is. Do you?
Never heard this before in my life. This is I don't even know if this is a WWE game. I think it's something else. I don't know.
I mean, somehow it's on here, but yeah, I'm taking it off. Okay. No Mercy. This is, people put this in S tier category. People love this fucking game like a shit ton. And I can't say I've never played it because technically I have emulated it last month. Last month I was emulating this and I did enjoy it. So unfortunately for me, I don't have the same nostalgia as everyone else does, and I would like to. If I had a better online gaming setup, like a gaming PC and stuff where I can mod the game and at least just play it and stuff, make content out of it, maybe one day I will have the same respect as the rest of the online like internet community does. But for me, I did enjoy it, so I'm gonna put it. This one, like, people don't know the context unless they watch this fucking podcast. So if I put this on fucking internet, they're gonna roast me. But I'm putting this as a B. I'm putting it as a B,
Hey,
just as a
whoa,
safe route because I just haven't played it as much as everyone else has.
yeah. I think that's fair. I think for me, so this game I do have a lot of fond memories. My brother had it for 64, so he played it all the time. My cousin, and it was like it honestly was one of my favorite games. So I will put in the in the S rank because it's one of those games. I'm just like, man, I wish games were like this too. Because it was honestly just I don't know if I'm maybe confusing a good game with good times, and that might be it. It might be I'm just nostalgic for the time I got to spend with like my siblings and stuff like that. But I did really enjoy the game, so I'm gonna give it as
I agree. There is some like when thinking about the game itself, there's a hard line between is the game really good or did I just enjoy it a lot? You know, kind of like we'll talk about like SmackDown, no, WWE 12. We played that a lot back in high
yeah.
school. Do I remember it being an amazing game? I would say it's good for its time, but like a lot of the memories came from like playing against Henry or you or Kevin or shit like that, you know? Shout out to those people. Raw 2 and Raw. I have never played them. I hear they are, excuse me, both garbage. So I'm just going to put as never played because I heard they're bad and I've never played them. So
I played them a handful of times. I don't remember too much about it. My cousin had them. I remember Raw 2 more than Raw. If I had to go off some memory, I'm gonna just say E because we didn't play that much. So like for both of them, I'll just say E because like we had that, and he also had like the PS2 games, and we played those way more.
wait,
So
where the hell do you get an E from?
oh wait, there's no E.
No,
There's an
A
E in
B
mine.
C D. There's an S, A B C D, and then an F. We don't got
Myself
no
making no
E.
stuff. Let me delete that. So I'll you know just because there's no E, I'll I'll put them in F. They gotta sit with Legend of WrestleMania. I'm sorry. I think they deserve to sit there. That's good enough
yeah,
for me.
I yeah, I've I was gonna say I'm like, what the fuck is E? I don't even know. I know S is there because people for some reason made S a tier now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did okay. That makes more sense. Um Now this is a weird one because it's on this list, but I don't know why. Because I know there's WrestleMania 18, the video game, but I didn't know there was Road to WrestleMania 18, the video game. Did you?
Oh yeah,
This
this is
is
the
a
Game Boy
Game
Advance.
Boy game.
Yeah, I remember this game. I had this too. It's interesting.
I definitely did not. So I'm gonna put this as never played. I have seen what Survivor Series, the Game Boy game, looked like because I watched a YouTube video on it, but never played for me. And I guess while we're at it, Road to WrestleMania is definitely another type of Game Boy game, I'd imagine. So also never
Yeah,
played.
I never played that one. I don't know about that one. Well, that's my 18. I remember playing as a kid. I mean, it's one of those weird like 2D wrestling games. That sucks in my opinion. I'll play like a D, but yeah.
Okay, D. All right, we'll work with that. Now, here's a game I have played. I still should play a lot more, but well, that'll eventually. I'm figuring out whether that's going to be when I get a better setup. Is that an emulation, or maybe I play the straight original PS2 whenever I could buy a PS2 copy. Here Comes the Pain is S tier. You can't deny it. Everyone has always talked about how they want a game like Here Comes the Pain, or they want a remastered version. If WWE, I don't know if WWE will ever remaster any game they have ever put out, but if the conversation would ever happen, Here Comes the Pain is always going to be in there along with No Mercy.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Like, I actually, I bought this. I already bought this in college. I bought like a PS2 for like cheap on eBay, and I got this game with it. And yeah, the game is so much fun. Like, I don't understand how. I don't understand how companies could like make a game and kind of like go backwards and just like abandon everything that was like fun about it. But they do that. But this game's really fun. Give it an S. I think it sits right up there with No Mercy.
Yeah. I would put it there too if I played No Mercy more, but I agree with you. SmackDown, just bring it. I've played very little of this game, and sometimes it's hard to remember some of it because I would also confuse it with the other SmackDown properties. But SmackDown, just bring it. I'm gonna put it at a solid B, from what I can remember. I don't remember if it's trash or not, but I remember I didn't hate it.
Yeah, I don't remember too much about this game, so I do own it too. I don't know. I just haven't touched it. I'll give it like a B. I think it deserves to sit there. I think the whole Smash series is decent.
Yeah, I can't say there's one that it's bad. At least from the rest of these, besides "Shut Your Mouth," I've only seen footage of. So, know your role. I'm putting it as a never played, and I'm gonna grab the original SmackDown and also throw it at a never played. And actually, while we're here, "Shut Your Mouth." That is also a B tier. I have played that one. I actually do have a copy of that one. It was funny because my mom, when she moved into this apartment that she's in now, the person that was there before left her a lot of stuff. And one day I decided to look at the TV unit she has, and there was like a bunch of like old bootleg DVDs and stuff like that. But then there was games, and then I found a copy of SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. I'm like, that's awesome. So like that was just lying there. Sure, it's probably worth like $20 right now. Here Comes the Pain is worth like 60 right now, but it's still cool that I found a copy, and I'm gonna put that on B.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good find right there. Can't complain with that. For me, I'll put SmackDown to a B. I'll sit there too, and I put Shut Your Mouth. I'll put like an A because I feel like if Here Kind of Pain is an S, I feel like Shut Your Mouth was just like maybe a notch below it. So I think it's fair for me to put it there. It's a fun game. So yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair way to look at it. Then we have the OG that started, the SmackDown versus Raw series, SmackDown versus Raw. I'm gonna put that in A. That's an A tier game. That wasn't bad at all. I can't really like complain about it too much for the time that it was around. It was good, and yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you there. That's definitely A. Like that's like the game that started off the SmackDown vs. Raw series, and honestly, I think it's very under. I think it's a very underrated game when looking back at like the SmackDown vs. Raw series itself.
Yeah, I feel like no one talks about it that much. I will say, after seeing gameplay footage of it, this came out right after Day of Reckoning 2. Not exactly after, but it was the game that followed up after Day of Reckoning 2. And there is still a lot of the same things in there, like the Chris Jericho attire. I think is the same, especially in I know Day of Reckoning 2 has the same attire as 2006 SmackDown versus Raw Chris Jericho. The Rey Mysterio is also the same, so I just feel like they just changed up a little bit for that. So it wasn't bad, but interesting. For me, now this is where it also goes into, is this nostalgia giving me this score or what? But I'm going to give SmackDown versus Raw 2006 an A as well.
Mm.
This was my first official WWE game. My first wrestling game was WCW Mayhem on the Nintendo 64. That was ridiculous. But SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. What's funny too, this was like one of my first PlayStation 2 games, and I never understood when you're playing these wrestling games that you're supposed to move your controller to one side to pick the left or right side when you're making your picking your star. And I think for about 2 weeks straight, I thought I was playing the game, but it was just a CPU playing the fucking game. I was like fucking 8. I don't know. So this entire time, I think I'm playing the game. And one day I realized, I'm like, wait, I went to go pin. What's going on here? And that's when I realized, yep, I was never playing the game. And I told like my godfather who bought me, I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's working. And he's like, no, you're just an idiot.
This is one of my favorite
Also,
games.
sick
Like
ass cover. Sick ass cover.
yeah, like that's the two biggest stars of the era down in the car. That's pretty dope. Like 2006, 2007, like both of those games, just like I'm a PSP, and those are some of my favorite PSP games. Yeah, I'll sit 2006. at an A. Yes.
That's fair. I like that. I like that. Um, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 was a great follow up to it. I'm going to put this one, and this was actually the first one that came out on Xbox 360, started the next gen revolution, was because PS2, PS3 didn't come out yet by the time this happened. And I do want to get this copy. I do want to get an Xbox 360 version of this game because I do have
Mhm.
the PS2, but I want a 360 version so I could put it on my Elite Xbox 360 and try and stream this one day. I'm gonna also put this on an A. You know, I feel like they didn't fall off. I feel like they were all very consistent. And I remember being a kid back in fucking middle school, high school, and every fucking time a new one was coming out, like I remember the hype. The hype was real back then as a child for these games. The hype is dying as an adult now, but the hype was real for these SmackDown versus Raw games every year.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Like 2006 and 7 and like the OG, I feel like those are just like the cream of the crop of like that series. Just like those were like the best games that they put out, and like I think at the sense when the quality start to drop, like literally, I think from there. But yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like that one. I really did. Um, 2008. People liked and disliked 2008 from what I've seen growing up. But for me personally, I enjoyed it because we got ECW, and then that's when the PS3 version of this I have all of these technically on PS3 leading up to WWE 14. But I want to get them all on like their better consoles, and stuff like that. But 2008, I didn't hate it. I remember playing this originally on PS2. I didn't hate it. And well, I'm trying to think, what was the selling point? Besides, I think ECW was their biggest selling point, and then that's when they introduced like a new like character build type of thing, where it's like you could be a brawler or you could be an extreme specialist. I think they also were really big on selling you the Extreme Rules match on there. Like I can't, I think that's when you finally got the wheel that you could like pick the weapon rather than going under the ring and just the left
Yeah.
side is the sledgehammer side, the two other sides are your fucking chair spot, and then I think one of them had the table. I'm gonna put this one for me. This is an A. Nostalgia purposes is leading this one. I didn't hate SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, and I think this has also brought us. This brought us the road to WrestleMania. I think with
Yeah.
what was it? You had the mask dude, like the fucking military dude. You had Mr. Anderson, I mean Mr. Kennedy or Randy Orton, depending on which way you played it, or like the guy underneath the mask. I remember. Good time.
All right, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers here because when I'm making this list, I'm not going off just like the game itself. I'm going off the experiences I had and the things that it brought me. And 2008 brought me a lot of joy. It was one of my favorite. Like growing up, me and my family, me and my cousin and brother played No Mercy a lot. We played Here Comes the Pain a lot. We didn't play wrestling for a while. He moved away, whatever. He came back, my oldest brother, and we got 2008. And that game, we did our own stories, we made our own characters, we did so much fun stuff in that game. Um, it was an awesome time. I'm putting this to S rank because it brought me joy as a kid. And people might be like, "You crazy? This game sucks. This game is horrible." But you know what? It made me happy, and that's all good. I can be thankful for that. So you know what?
That's
I don't care what
fair.
people think.
Yeah, that's a fair way to put it. If it's your own list, so you put what the fuck you want.
There you go.
SmackDown versus Raw 2009. You
Mm.
know, counterpart to WrestleMania, Legends of WrestleMania. So SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, their big thing on this one was tag teams. They finally like really gave you a lot more tag team moves. I think this is when they dropped the hot. This is when they added hot tag. This is also when they added, I believe, tag team finishers and tag team like entrances, or at least gave you more options. I didn't hate this game, but it definitely did decline a little bit. I'm gonna put this one in the C category for me. I didn't hate it. It was still a fun time as a kid. The tag team aspect was a nice addition to finally have like more. It's so interesting the way you see these games develop and finally getting the things that you'll find in like the 2K franchise, even though they end up dropping so much of it. But it was cool. I didn't hate it, but it definitely wasn't as good as like your 2008 and 2007 for me.
Yeah, I agree. I put in C too. It was just one of those games, just like going from 2008 and the joy it brought me to 2009. It was like I was hyped for it when the trailers came out and everything like that, but the game itself was kind of just like I don't know, kind of felt flat in a way. Like, it just wasn't that exciting. So I put in a C. Definitely at that weird point of the series.
Yeah. For me, on the next one, I really like SmackDown versus Raw 2010. I feel like maybe some people don't, but I did enjoy it. I think what was interesting was they had when you started this game up, they throw you in like a empty ring with John Cena and
Yeah.
Randy Orton. That was and that was funny because I originally played this game on PS2, and then when I got the PS3 copy is when I'm like, oh, that's totally different. Um, I like this one. This one was good. I'm gonna put this in a B for me because this was a good step up from 2009. At least as a young Joe, felt like it. The graphics look really good for a PS3 game too, and I'm trying to think what other big things were their selling point in this one. I'm running a blank on like the road to WrestleMania for this. Yeah, I kind of wish I knew what the road was like, but nostalgia alone, I'm putting it in a B.
This one actually introduced, I'm looking at that right now, introduced Story Designer, which was a really fun mode. That was
Oh
pretty dope.
yeah, story designer.
Yeah, I think they also had create. Was this one? Did this one? Actually, no. I thought it had create friendship, but maybe it wasn't this game. Maybe it was the next one. But um, yeah, I mean, this game was also pretty good. Oh, they had create friendship. Dope. Yeah, because of that, it introduced some a lot of like fun modes. I remember having fun with it. That's I'll put this in the B category too. One of the better games.
Is this when they finally, or maybe it was 2009 when they finally put Inferno mode in there?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, because maybe it might have been 2009 because I remember it was like they were off the heels of when MVP and Kane had their Inferno match. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So maybe it was like 2009, 2010 when they added that, and I thought that was a cool mode. But can't recall at this point. They start blending in after a while, but then they definitely get a little different, but also blend in the 2K series.
Yeah.
Um, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. This was a really fun one. This was my first PS3 wrestling game when I had my PS3, and I feel like I remember playing online. I think with possibly you and Henry and stuff like that. I feel like that was a thing, and I think one thing that I always remember is the Nexus was DLC for this. I feel like that was the first time we ever got DLC for a wrestling video game, and I didn't hate it. I thought there was that weird thing where it's like you were in the road to WrestleMania, like you could be the person backstage and you're running around
Oh
backstage.
yeah.
That was a little cool too. I'm gonna put this in an A. This one was a good one too.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this one in the C because if I
Oh,
remember
you didn't like
correctly,
it?
I didn't play this one that much. That's why. Because if I remember correctly, I think I had bought this one for Xbox for some reason. Because I remember playing with like Xavier and like Stefan at the
Oh,
time.
then
So
yeah, they
yeah,
were
so I
they
had
were
Switch.
Xbox people.
Yeah, so and I didn't reason I didn't play that much because the Xbox was in my brother's room, so I didn't go into his room to play it often. So yeah, I don't have that much fun memories attached to it. But the little time I did play, it was cool. But I can't put it above C for
Yeah,
that
your
reason.
problem was you were playing with Xavier and
Yeah, you know
Stefan.
what? I made a mistake. I don't know. That should have got for PS3, but here we go.
Yeah. All right. WrestleFest, our first mobile game. I
Um,
remember playing this once on your phone back in the day because I
really?
remember you always had the coolest fucking smartphones back in the day, and I remember playing this a little bit. This was like on iPhone iPods. Fucking for It's a
So
fucking D, I guess. I mean, it was cool that we got a mobile wrestling game at the time. I don't remember shit about it, but just because for the time, I'll put it there.
I was gonna put this in there play before, but until you say I had it on my phone, I can't remember this game.
Yeah, you
I
had
remember it,
this. That's
but
how come I remember it by looking at the logo.
that's so funny. I'll put this in F. I don't. I don't think if I had it, I definitely did not enjoy playing this. So I'll say it there.
WrestleMania 2000. That is a Nintendo 64 game that I've never played.
Yeah, I played this one. We didn't have that much fun as it. There be having no mercy, but it was still it was cool. I put in the B. Well, I wouldn't
B.
give it
All
anything
right,
higher than that. Yeah.
that's fair. WrestleMania the arcade game. I have played this in an arcade. Um, it's a fucking, I don't know. It's a fucking D. It's just an arcade game. I mean, I have no attachment to it at all. I'm not going to put it on an F because I feel like you for an F, I have to have played it and don't like it at all. You know, that's why like WrestleFest. Like, I'm not going to put it as F because I didn't think it was bad. So I don't know.
I never played this before, so yeah, I'm just gonna put it there.
All right, so then I'm gonna do a little fast run for myself because all of the next four I have never played, which is Steel Cage Challenge, WrestleMania 18, WrestleMania 19, and WrestleMania 21. I've never played any of those. Those are all Game Boys that I Game Cubes that I never had, never played, and I bet one day, you know, because now that I have an emulator, I'll probably play them and try to make content out of it. But at this point,
Yeah, I never played that Steel Cage game. I never heard of it in my life. WrestleMania 18. I remember playing this game. I did not have as much fun as I had with Day of Reckoning. Yeah, I didn't have as much fun as I had with Day of Reckoning. I did like WrestleMania 19. That one was really entertaining. There was like this like mode. There was this arena. I think it was 19. Or like this mode where like you start in the mall,
shit.
and then like you go to like a roof. I don't know. It was a cool story thing going
Ah,
on.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the gameplay of it because any of these things that I have seen is through New Legacy because they're always playing that. And I do remember the mall
Mm.
scene.
Yeah, I think it was 19. So if it is, I'll put it B. 21, I heard was trash. My cousin had it. I never played it. So I'm just going to play another play before, but I did hear it was pretty garbage.
Okay. Um, I don't know why they have 2K. Wait a second. This is a mobile game. That's
Wait,
why.
oh, never played it.
I
They had a
do.
mobile game?
I do remember them dropping a 2K mobile game. I'm pretty sure. WWE
Oh,
2K Mobile, is that what it is? It is. Yeah, they did have a mobile version of 2K15, I'm pretty sure. It was just called WWE 2K. So I was like, why the fuck is that there when they do have 2K15 on this list? But no, they did have a mobile game. And I've never played it, obviously, so never played.
yeah. I think I remember that, but I think they charge you for it, and I was like, I don't have money to buy a mobile game, so no, I'm not played it either.
Yeah. WWE Aftershock. What the hell is that? That I would have confused it for what's on this list, which is the remember there's like we'll get to it. It's the controller that you plug into the TV and it had a video game in it.
Oh
This
yeah,
looks like this is okay. This might be like another mobile game that you
oh yeah.
play
This
like
thing
on
was
an
on a
old
Nokia
ass
Engage.
there you go. Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, when Nokia tried to drop a fucking console, a mobile thing. All right, never played.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
fuck
either.
that noise. Um, this might be, I can't put it maybe in S tier because it just doesn't meet the same caliber. But I'm gonna put it in A. WWE All Stars was fun. WWE All Stars was fun. I feel like some people don't fucking agree, but this was like when WWE wanted to try and be arcadey as fuck, and this was a good way. And what's funny is I think the same developers of this game developed the TNA video game because I remember playing this
Mm.
video game first, and then one day I got a copy of the TNA video game. I'm like, hold up, some of these moves are kind of the same in the way like you hit someone in the air and you kind of juggle them up a little bit very similar. I'm pretty sure to the TNA development. I'm pretty sure they might have been through the same like developers. I don't know. I did like WWE All Stars. I would actually I'm gonna put in a B. I lied. They
B.
were
Wow.
very limiting as well too. That's what
Yeah.
got me really upset about this game because it was fun as hell, but there wasn't enough people on the roster, and there was only like singles, triple threats, tag teams, and that was it. I don't think you could do like maybe there was like a cage match or a ladder match, but that was it. They didn't have all the fundamentals that I would have wanted, like a TLC or shit like that, and that really pissed me off because this game was so fun, and I need a new PS3 because I've been thinking I'm like, all right, am I gonna for YouTube content, am I gonna just buy all these on an Xbox 360 copy? That's just gonna add up to how much it would cost to already just buy an old PS3 and play these that I have on here. And this is one that I've been meaning to play so much if I get a PS3 again because All Stars was fun.
Okay, yeah. I actually never played All Stars. I never
What?
bought it when it came out. I don't know why I never bought it. Maybe I got burned from Legends Man, so I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this again. I'm not buying a side series game. Yeah, I never played it though.
Yeah, I did not hate it. I did not at all. Um, WWE Champions, I do remember because this is like their mobile game. One of the they have a couple that are still technically going, and I remember Champions for a little bit, but wait, yeah, this is their Bejeweled version. You know, the little like Candy
Mm.
Crush version. That's what this one is. I was trying to remember exactly which one this was. I'm gonna put this in a D. It's just I don't know. It's you play wrestling through Bejeweled. Maybe I should give it a try because I don't play that many mobile games. But now when I do, it's either what do I got here? I got this Marvel Revolution game that it's pretty cool, but I don't play it that much. I got Duel Links on here, but I'll probably get replaced by Master Duel. That's really all I ever play if I play mobile games. I'm not big into them, but the ones I do, I keep them. I don't know. What about you,
Yeah,
Claudia? What's your opinion on Bejeweled WWE Champions?
I wouldn't have them. Never played it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I'm not. Those mobile video games don't really attract my attention, so I don't even bother downloading them.
Yeah, so yeah, they do have a 2022 update for this game. Wow,
Hmm.
okay. Interesting. So that game is still running. What do we got? We got Crush Hour. I've never played, but I've always wanted to play because this is like what WWE's like fucking version of Monster Truck slash like um what's that other type of thing? Bumper cars and shit like that. It's pretty fucking dope. I wish I played this, but never played.
Yeah, I never played it either, but it always looked kind of fun. But yeah, I never touched it.
Yeah, it looks pretty dope as a fell, but yeah, never touched it. Okay, looks like they do still have they have Supercar, they have WWE Champions running, they got Mayhem, they got this Undefeat, which I've never played. Anywho, WWE Immortals, another mobile game. And I remember when I first saw photos of this shit,
Mm.
I'm like, is this gonna be like the new All Stars? That's what I thought. And then they fucking announced it was a mobile game, and I was pissed off. So never played, but I want to give it an F because I was pissed off that this wasn't a cool ass like other game.
Yeah, this looks like some fake WWE injustice, but I never played it before either.
Yeah, I think that's also kind of what they were trying to do there, and I like how they made John Cena literally Superman. That was kind of funny. WWE Mayhem, I have played because I do remember thinking this was like kind of cool for a mobile game. It was the closest thing they had at at the moment to like the best option you could play for like if you want to play 2K on your phone in a way. But it's one of those mobile games like most mobile games after a while you press the same three buttons and you're done. So I'm going to put this as a fucking D. I didn't hate it, but I did like it for like the week or two I was into
All right, yeah, I never played the game either. Like
it.
there's only one mobile WWE game I touched, and that was it. And it wasn't this one.
Supercard. I played this for a bit, and what's crazy is there was a big community for this shit. Somehow there is a community for this shit. If you go on Twitch, there are people streaming this shit. And I don't know if it's because maybe I don't get the appeal right away, or maybe it's something I should get and give a try again. But I just thought it was fucking mid. So I'm gonna put that as a fucking D. I don't know. Maybe I don't understand the appeal of this fucking card game. And I did enjoy, like, it looks like the cards are kind of wrestling each other, but like at least when I first played it, when the game came out, after a while I'm like, it's the same shit again and again and again, like most mobile games. Like I just get bored of it.
Yeah, this is the one mobile W game that I played, and I'm not big into like those card collecting games. I feel there's always sometimes Michael Jackson hidden within them.
It's big on
Well, like,
microtransactions.
yeah, so I'll put this in the D. Like, I don't hate it, and it's fun, but it's not something I'm gonna play all the time.
Yeah, it's not for me. I'm putting Survivor Series, the Game Boy game. I've never played it, but I've seen gameplay, but never played.
Um, I played this before, but I don't remember it, so I don't want to be unfair. So I'm gonna just put it in. I didn't play because like my memory is blanking completely.
Okay, that's fair. What the hell is WWE Tap Mania?
Just another
It
one of
sounds
those
like a
mobile
mobile game,
games.
but I've never heard of it. That's the problem.
Yeah,
I feel like I've heard of all their mobile games, so I've never heard of this one. And it's not like it's an old one, that old, because it has like the current WWE logo on it. Yeah, this is. I'm looking at photos of it, and it's just random as fuck.
yeah.
Maybe
I
it
never
has
heard this
Sting
game
in it. I
before.
don't know. Never played, but like I, they dropped it instantly because somehow it's not even in the App Store anymore.
Must have been really
Anywho,
bad.
they must have. I always, and I maybe for collecting purpose, the purpose of collecting something, maybe I will buy this, the fucking controller that you just plug into your TV and you got a little wrestling game. I have seen gameplay footage of this before, and it's not the best thing ever, but it's not fucking awful looking. I've never played it, but I kind of want to just own it to like have it like on display somewhere.
Yeah, I never heard this before. Like, this is the first time I'm hearing about
Really?
this game. Yeah,
Do you not remember the commercials for just things like this or at all?
not at all.
SpongeBob had
Yeah,
like a game like that and shit like that. Huh.
I had the SpongeBob one, but never heard this one.
Oh, okay. Okay. We got WWE Undefeated. I mean, I've never heard like some of these mobile games I never knew WWE even dropped. And this is an
Yeah,
actual thing that they still have here. I'm looking at the screen, shots on the App Store. There's a photo of The Rock and Roman, but it's like old Roman with his shield attire. They got Kofi up in here. You got The Fiend, so it's not that outdated. You got Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. It looks stupid. Never played. So
yeah. Never touched it before. I never heard about this game. Never played it. Not for
never heard
me.
of WWE Universe, and I saw it when I Google image it. It shows photos of it, and then I see a photo of a big canceled sign. So I guess it got canceled.
Well, definitely never played
All right.
it at that point.
So back to the actual games that matter. WWE 12. Now this one and WWE 13, we played a shit ton of. I remember on PlayStation 3, and one of my favorite moments is I just I if I remember correctly, for WWE 12 and WWE 13, I was the best player in our friend group. Not to jerk my dick off, but I was, because I won a lot of the fucking games. And I remember, was it this one or maybe it was 2011? I don't know if you were there, but one time Henry brought out like Justin Bieber, and that motherfucker was like annoying as a caw. And then he had this WWE 12. I'm pretty sure Ryback was in the game, and Henry had a caw of Ryback, who was 100 overall, and he was fucking doing the worst fucking shit. And for some reason, like the person who made it, like put the bat signal on this guy. I don't fucking remember. All I know is I didn't hate WWE 12. WWE 12 has a lot of nostalgia, and I'm gonna put this in the A category.
Hey. Yeah, I remember playing this game. I definitely remember losing online. I had a lot of fun with Day 12. I'm trying to. Yeah, this is like the first game with this first name and stuff. Yeah, I had no real issues with this game. I put it like a B. I had
It was
fun.
cool. The engine was a little different too, and it was it was a cool addition. I don't remember exactly some of the story modes in this or whatnot, but maybe this was their last time with Road to WrestleMania, or maybe it wasn't. I don't recall.
Yeah.
What was it? Actually, what was WWE 12's like gimmick? I'm seeing. I mean, this is when they brought Brock Lesnar back into the game. I do remember that
Oh yeah.
because I thought it was funny that Brock Lesnar was in the game, wasn't in WWE. A couple months later, he's in WWE. Oh yeah, they did have. This is when they also had alternative copies. So they had one that had Sin Cara on it. They also had The Rock, the People Edition. I do remember that. Yeah, I don't remember that. What's their gimmick for this game? But uh, oh yeah, Kevin Nash might have been a part of this, or no? I'm seeing. Oh, this was a one. Yeah, Kevin Nash was in this game, and this is when they had like WCW trying to come back to life. I remember that was part
Oh.
of it. Because right now I'm seeing a photo of like Big Show getting a low blow by what looks like Vince McMahon. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Okay, cool. This also might have been the one where Sheamus couldn't become like all the titles. I think that was also it too. Yeah, this is where they had the like the United Kingdom type thing or United Nations that they made.
Yeah.
I remember liking those. Those were cool stories. And I remember the story designer in here. This is when you could like download Community Creation Story Designer. And there was a lot of fun ones. I kind of wish they could bring that back because that was cool. This is like when I first started hearing of people like CM Pulse and stuff like that. WWE 13. I'm putting this in S tier for me, man. That was
Yes.
probably
Oh.
some of the best times we had when we were kids playing wrestling video games. And that was also, our introduction to the WWE Forum Sony Storm. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh man.
Dude, did I bring you into Sony Storm? Because I remember
I think you did. Yeah.
I found out about it because I was like a big fan of CM Pulse, and that's when I found out about the wrestling league. And I guess I had to have told you because then at one point, literally, you and I took over Sony Storm.
Yeah.
That
We
was so
ran it for a
interesting.
while. That was fun.
Yeah, I remember when I fucking had what was it? I remember we did commentary for the pay per views. I think we did it twice, and I remember the one time someone got upset with me because all I was doing was talking shit. Because I mean, I don't know. I was playing the heel role, and I literally shat on everybody on there. And then I think I also won the title at one point. So like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I was the champion at one of these things. So fuck them.
I remember some people in that forum that had so much so much characters. I'll say I put it that way. Yeah,
Yeah,
Derry
man.
the Tune was fun. And that was a good
I
time.
wish I wish that forum never fucking dropped. I thought it was so cool,
Yeah.
the fucking avatars, like the logos and making I remember I used to fucking make like fucking the banners for people too. That was cool. My name was Wrestling Nation because that was a Facebook page that I
Yeah.
ran. Fucking had almost 10K likes on Facebook. That was the biggest success I ever had on one of these fucking things. And you were the anti-admin. And
I still
now
understand the
fucking
name, but
I don't know why you picked that. I mean, and then what's crazy is fucking Josh Fuller is a fucking wrestler now. He's a small time indie wrestler, but getting even bigger because now DPW Deadlock. And then I don't know if you follow him on Twitter, but also on Instagram. He was you must know of Barstool, right?
yeah.
Barstool Sports. So they have a podcast, many podcasts, and they have one called Wrestling, which is a wrestling one. And these guys were, all, I believe, like just got interviewed to be on there. So that's cool.
That's
Barstool's
pretty
such a
cool.
big time deal, and we literally used to fucking play video games with one of the guys.
Right.
So,
That's insane. Man.
but going back to WF13, just not nostalgia alone, I really like the cover. That cover is probably one of the all time covers they've ever dropped. And not only that, this was like right before, like, this is the last game THQ and Jukes dropped together
Mm.
before 2K officially owns the rights and everything. And I think also one of the reasons why I would love this to play this game again, that Attitude Era stuff that they had, the showcase mode is when they really dropped that. the showcase was fire. Being able to relive all those Attitude Era moments, that was cool.
Yeah, that for that reason, the Attitude Era mode was just mad fun. Like that was pretty cool. Yeah, this is definitely one of the best games that we put out. Like that 2 year stretch between this and 14 was just like amazing. I also put this in S category because like there's only a few games of day just like or THQ who are making the game just like on point, and this is one of them.
Yeah, that was an all timer. That's funny. I have a burner account for Project Kayfabe where I post like videos that I'll use for tweet replies, but also if I'm going to put anything that may or may not get DMCA claimed, I want to put it on that Twitter account. And I put like an MF Doom clip on there, and it's getting likes, even though it only follows me. This page only follows me and Project Kayfabe. Battlegrounds. I was hoping this game was going to be fucking cool, man. I never even played this game, but I know like no one really liked it because it didn't live up to any hype at all. And like for WWE not releasing 2K21 to then release Battlegrounds, for it to be kind of fucking shitty and a lot of apparently microtransaction-y and shit like that. I mean, I kind of will buy it at some point, maybe to make YouTube content if we ever blow up on the YouTube side of wrestling gaming. But I don't know. I wish this game would have been cool. It's also, I think it's cross-platform, if I believe. So like, that's kind of cool. I think I'm pretty sure it's cross-platform, but like, I don't know, man. WWE really, I don't know. 2K, WWE, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, I will definitely put this SF. Like I played this game. I played for like 2 days. I was just like, this game sucks, and I'm not playing it ever again. And I never played it again. Funny enough, I bought it twice. I don't know.
How?
I bought it twice. Yeah, I bought it for Xbox and I bought it for PS4. And I told myself I'm gonna play this game again. You know, I got it on sale for like really cheap. Um, yeah, it's not worth it. Don't do it.
If you told me you bought it for Switch, then okay, that makes sense because they do have it on Switch.
Yeah, I
But
almost did,
Xbox
but I
and
didn't.
PS4. Well, damn. For someone that only played it for like 2 days, you bought it twice. That don't make any sense.
Yeah.
But WWE 2K14, the last 2K game I owned for a while because my fucking PS4, my PS3 broke. That was so fucking upsetting. Man, like that was also during the time of the stream of the Sony Storm and stuff, and I eventually had to stop being a part of it because that broke. But then I think the forum eventually died anyway. 2K14. What was their showcase? I don't even remember anymore, to be honest. I think for me, 2K14 was kind of wasn't as good as 13 or 12, to be honest. And from what I remember, someone dropped it as a C. They did have Daniel Bryan on the thing, so maybe I do remember that Daniel Bryan was a reverse cover.
Oh yeah.
What was their other? Are you looking it up?
Yeah. Let me see. I hope I can't find it. I think I do remember that
2K14.
though.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is the one where you could face the Undertaker in
Uh,
that you could play the show. Or I don't know if it was a showcase or maybe it was. You played through every Undertaker WrestleMania. I remember
I
that was the
remember that.
thing.
Yeah.
So that was an option. I think it was just a mode that you could play. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like that. That was cool that you could play all those WrestleMania matches.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, I'll honestly give this one. I'll put this in S tier too. I think this was one of the besides 13. I had the most fun in universe mode with this game. Like I was doing so much cool stuff, and the gameplay was nice, fast paced. It was fun. I always look back at this game. It's like just a really fun game for me. Like I still own it. I played it not too long ago. Um, yeah, I love this game so much.
I really did enjoy this game, but because then my PS4 broke mid playing this game, I remember it too. I was playing Adam Cole versus like somebody. Actually, this game gets beat for me because that community creations were really
Oh
good at the
yeah,
time. That's what I overloaded my PS3 with community creation shit because I was like, whoa, like these were good cause. So I'm gonna put it in a B. And that's the thing, I think our YouTube side of things with wrestling might be able to go up. Like our YouTube fucking video on just our thoughts on 2K22 did pretty well. So I'd imagine we might do well on the wrestling side of things. But definitely one I want to replay again. I want to replay a lot of these showcase modes. If it wasn't the fact that these all games start to get pretty shitty, at least their showcase modes weren't bad. I'll give them
Yeah.
all that. I can't say I hated any of their showcases. 2K15, their first step into the next gen. I did own that one. It was funny. I didn't own a PS3. I mean, not PS3, a PS4 for a while, but my roommate freshman year did it. I remember just buying it to play it on his fucking PS4 when he was not around and stuff like that. Um, Very interesting game. I'm trying to look at it. Well, it just looked really good for the time because we were on a new system. NXT was on there. I'm trying to think what were the like story modes and shit that they really introduced or to showcase. Do you recall?
For this one, I remember.
Oh yeah, the showcase
No,
for
I
WWE
can't.
14 was always like playing a special WrestleMania match or something like that. That
Mm,
was the thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't recall what this one was, but I can't think it was bad. It couldn't be. I don't think any of the showcases were ever really bad. But
Yeah, I don't think so.
um, this was probably didn't play much of it at all. I'll put it in I'll put it in C category. It was mid for me from
Oh,
what I did play.
it highlighted two rivalries. The first one was Cena and Punk, pretty cool, and then I don't know the second one. Oh, the second one is best friends with Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Okay,
Oh,
I
okay,
mean, that's
yeah,
pretty
yeah, yeah.
cool.
I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. I remember this game just being like a way step down from 2K14, just being like so slow and just like half the stuff was
And
removed.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. Because I do remember when I played this, I'm like, whoa, why are there like match types missing? Like I remember they definitely didn't have all the type of match types you would want. And what was it? Could you even do like a 6-man tag? I don't even know if 6-man was even
yeah.
a fucking thing in that game.
I feel like no.
So yeah, definitely disappointing. Um, 2K16. I own 2K16 because my friend got it on Xbox Gold. You know how Gold gives you free games, and he fucking had it. So somehow I have it. I actually played it a couple weeks ago, and I do want to play the Stone Cold Steve Austin showcase because that's the showcase they got on that one. Um, I mean, it was definitely a step up from 2K15.
Yeah,
Definitely was, but I don't know if it was a B. This is also they got Sting in the game, so that was another selling point that they had here. I don't remember what else they put, but I'm gonna put it as a fucking C. It wasn't. It's not a B category, but it was definitely better than fucking 2K15.
yeah. I put this in C too. I'm trying to remember. Like it was different stuff, like I said, but it was like this. The other games after this is like way better. So I would just put it in C.
Yeah. 2K17. I remember I had a lot of hype for it because like the DLC was probably really good. Like it had Shinsuke in there, and they had like the Future Stars pack, which almost all of these people, yeah, all of these people don't even work for the company on the Future Stars pack. Um, I don't know. It was definitely. I think this is when they really start to try and dabble more with the creative superstar stuff, and then like putting you in the performance mode. I mean, performance center. It wasn't I can't really. Where are you going to put it as? I can't even know what to put this one as. Like, I didn't
um,
play it that much either.
yeah. Like, this is like just as during college. So at this point, I wasn't playing games that often. Didn't have time to. Um,
Yeah. They had
I
AJ Styles, which was cool.
yeah.
But
I'm
besides
going to put
that,
in a
like, I don't
C.
really. This is where they all start to blend in, to be honest. Throughout college is when they all blend in for me.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is like a C range. Honestly, I don't think this game was like
I'll agree.
must play in any way possible.
Yeah. I have to agree. Like, it definitely, it feel like they're when I mean that they're better, I mean like by like an inch. Like they're
Right.
all fixing like each 2K after 2K15 is just fixing one issue it feels like from the previous game and then the graphics get a little sweatier. That's about it.
Pretty much.
Um what do you got here? I'm trying to look at 2K18. You know, they had the Hardys as DLC. They had the NXT pack. I mean, I don't even remember really playing this game, but I know I have. Oh yeah, this is when they gave us Kurt Angle, and both the Kurt Angles looked the exact same. So old Kurt Angle looked exactly the same like model as young Kurt Angle, which was kind of fucking dumb. And I think that they fixed in this year's game with 2K22. So, yeah, see. To be honest, I mean, nothing crazy.
I'm giving this one a C for the sole reason. No, I should give this a D. That Switch version was completely garbage. No, just because of that alone, I shouldn't even rate this higher than a D. But
I
I'll
remember
be
I wanted to
generous.
buy the Switch version when I first got
Yeah.
my Switch back in the end of 2019, and thank God I never fucking did. I watched gameplay of it. I'm like, it's crazy how bad that fucking option is, but still, probably more playable than 2K20.
Probably.
2K19 has been the game to play since 2018. It has been the best working version of the game when it comes to if you're going to play something that's the most recent and most workable. It is a game that came out in 2018. Because
Pretty
of
sad.
that, it gets a B. I mean,
Yeah.
people like to think that 2K19 is like A category. Some might even say S category. But it's only good because it's the only thing that we could play at the time. Like right now, you know, I'm not going to put in 2K22 and see how many times it's going to crash. I mean, it's disappointing as fuck. I mean, it's literally like this game wasn't bad per se. Like it definitely had issues like all the other ones do. But I mean, like they had that rise to the top type thing where you could try and get a gold AJ Styles, which was a weird gimmick, but I didn't hate it. I remember enjoying the 2K, like, you know, your creative player stuff that they had, your my player. I didn't hate that. Definitely, I wanted more from it though. I feel like they could have been more, and that's what like the My Rise, which is their new My Player for 2K22, makes you think that there's going to be more. But at this point, I don't even trust WWE anymore with this shit. So I
Yeah.
don't know, but it gets a solid B. It's a B plus game.
It's a different B game. Like you said, it's like it's only good because of what 2K20 was and what their past games were. So it's just like it sits there, it's decent enough. It gets the job done if we want to play a game, but it's still not like amazing in any sense.
No, yeah, really not. Okay. 2K20. It's the obvious answer. It's a fucking F. It's go back. Why did you go to never play? You're an F, man. How I don't understand how a fucking company like 2K can fumble the bag that fucking hard and release something that's unplayable. It's like crazy. And the patches that they fucking didn't do anything. You can still play this game right now and it will fucking crash on your system. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give it a D only because I managed to play the game for the past 2 years with limited issues that I had fun with it, and I had as much fun as I could have with it. So I wouldn't put in the F one because like it did work for me in some cases. It did crash for me in some very annoying ish parts. I'm playing Royal Rumble, everything's going my way in the game. It's like, hey, nope, let's crash, and those times were really annoying, but it got me
You're being
through
real
the
nice.
pandemic. I'm being
You're
nice. It
being
got me
real
through some
nice
tough
because
times, man.
I mean, you couldn't half the time you couldn't even go into community creations without your whole shit
Yeah,
fucking like fucking up. You know?
yeah.
I don't know, man. I can't do it. I'm not doing that. So I'm giving that shit an F. 2K22. I mean, you haven't played it yet, so I don't know why this guy put it on here, but maybe just to be early. And then with every other fucking game that's on this list, I've never played. That's never played any of them. These are old as fuck. I've never played
Betrayal.
any of these games. They're all getting thrown into never played. I think the only one that might be the most recent on this list is Warzone because I think that's an N64 game or PS1 game as well
Mhm.
too. Never played any of these, any of them,
I've
and
played
that's
only
fucking it. That is
one. Hmm.
which one did you play?
Yeah, I played Royal Rumble for Dreamcast. So I think it's an arcade game too, but it's also a Dreamcast game. Like my cousin had this growing up, and this game is actually man fun. Man, you it's a Royal Rumble match which has 30 wrestlers in it, but there's only like 20 wrestlers in the game, so people will repeat and come back out, and sometimes you have doubles in the ring. Pretty weird, but I give it a B, a C. I played it growing up with Dreamcast. It sounds like it's fun. Like I said, like there's only this so it's you play Royal Rumble match. There's 30 people in the the Royal Rumble match, but then there's only like 20 wrestlers in the game. So like you would have repeats or like doubles or like two people in the same match, which is weird, but it was fun. I give it like a B for like the fun times I had with it. But yeah,
Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, for me, I think I've never played any of these, and I definitely don't have the urge to ever play any of those old ass games. Unless you tell me I'm fucking New Legacy Inc. and I have a reason to play all of these fucking games, then there's no need at all to ever touch any of them shits.
yeah,
But okay, that took an hour. I did not think that was going to take that long, but then again, it is two people, two opinions, so it makes a little more sense it'll take an hour for that. So, that is, I think, our show with crashes and all. I'm gonna have to edit all that crap out anyway. But thanks everybody for listening. Thanks for people for watching on YouTube. If you somehow made it through this hour-long video, I don't know. But with all that being said, you could check me out. I believe tomorrow night is when I'm gonna watch a bunch of fucking dog collar matches. So feel free to tune in on twitch.tv/JoeBro_316. And yeah, we'll have content coming out soon for other things. Quada, you want to plug anything you're working on?
yeah. I have no content coming this week, but if you want to follow me on social media, it's Kwada. I was gonna post a video today, but then I realized halfway through editing my video there was no sound on like the last two clips, so I was like, throw it away.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. But, well, anywho, check them out. It's Quad A. Check me out on Twitter, JoeBro316. With all that, peace.